Welcome to the Culturally Distinct Podcast. This is your boy DJ KO. Thank you guys for tuning back into the show. We had some special shows in the past. Now we got some special shows that's coming up. Today we have a special guest in the building today. This is somebody that I was on social media, and one of my friends told me about her, and I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that a woman actually does this. What we're going to discuss today. Today I'd like to welcome you guys to the show. Make sure you subscribe to the show. Make sure you guys tell a friend that we got good content going on. We're helping out the culture. We're pushing the culture forward just by the information that we're giving. All right. So today we have a special guest on the show.
Yes, we do.
We have a woman that's in logistics, hot shot. What else?
Semi-trucking, like just whatever.
Schooling, everything.
Yes.
I'd like to welcome to the show Mrs. J. Rich. How you
Hello.
doing? Hey.
Blessed and highly favored, honey.
Hey.
Blessed and highly favored. First of all, I always like to say, thank you for inviting me to your show as a guest.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all, he fixed me a drink, so I already comfortable.
It's water in there. Don't worry about that. That's water. That's water right there. So, Ms. J, where are you from?
Houston, Texas.
Born and raised.
Born and raised.
Born and bred.
Northside, Acretown, Texas,
I'm about to say, what high school you went to?
Booker T. Washington.
Oh, you in the hood. Oh,
I'm
you
in the hood, baby.
But it's not the hood no more, is it?
What?
Booker T.
Booker T is, they done redesigned the school
Yeah.
and everything, restructured a lot of stuff, but I mean, it's still a hood. It's still a hood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So let me ask you this. How long have you been in trucking?
In trucking for 4 years. The
Okay.
supply chain as a whole, it's going on 15 years of October. So before I got into trucking, I was in supply chain oil and gas.
Okay.
So I used to handle like $1 million, $1 billion projects.
Okay.
For the oil rigs and everything. I used to like negotiate the pricing for the tools to go in the oil rigs and everything. And one day I just said, the hell with this. I'm ready to leave and I'm ready to be my own CEO.
So look, so first of all, let's back up because I know we're moving a little fast.
Steps.
So we moving fast. Let me back up. I know that we people want to ask the question first. How did you even get into supply chain?
Okay, so I got into supply chain because first, at 18 years old, I had my first corporate America job as a file clerk. And I was doing the filing, and my contract, I was working with a staffing agency. My contract was about to end. So I was doing such a good job that the accounting manager, because I was working in the accounting department, was like, hey, have you heard of purchasing? Would you like to, work in purchasing? I'm like, what is purchasing? At the time, look, I just need a job. So she told me, well, I think you'll be good to start off as a junior buyer in purchasing.
Okay.
All right. So because,
So what is that? What is that?
So a junior buyer is, so there's levels in when it comes down to purchasing. You have the VP of operations. From there, you got the purchasing manager.
Okay.
Under that tier, you have the buyer, a senior buyer.
Okay.
And then you have probably a regular buyer. And then you have a junior buyer. Then you have the purchasing assistant that basically helps the overall department of the purchasing department. So basically all I do was, at that time, I started off just assisting the department with just filing and making, calls to the customers, to the vendors and everything. And then within like 2 months, they was like, man, you so good, we're going to go ahead and make you a buyer one.
Okay.
So buyer one, that means I had my own
basically.
vendors. I moved up.
Okay.
And so I started at 18 years old, and I was still 18. And I remember my first job as a file clerk, I was 11. So she was like, oh, it's paying $14. I was like, $14 an hour? Oh, yeah, I'm going to take it.
Right.
Yeah, so I just moved up the ladder. And honestly, I really stopped because there was a position that I wanted.
Okay.
I ended up training a clear person for the position. The clear person ended up getting it. And after that, I was just like, you know what, I'm done. Y'all want my brains, but y'all not willing to give me the position because of the color of my skin. And at that time, I said, I'm leaving. I'm going to create my own corporate America. And, everybody was against that. Everybody was like, you crazy.
What year was this?
This year was 2000. I started in trucking in 2017. So it was I walked away June 2017.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said you did it for 11 years?
10 years in supply chain before I walked away.
Oh, wow. So
right.
So in your, like, what gave you the mentality to do that?
Well, I had
Because you're making good money.
yeah, I was making good money,
Right.
but it wasn't enough. I felt, at the time, yeah, you was making good money, but I feel like I was still in a box. I was still in a cage. It wasn't good enough for me. And so I was looking at, I was doing my research in trucking because it was a new industry. And I was like, okay, it's time for me to step outside and do another type of, comfort zone.
Right.
This is my comfort zone. This is what I know, but I know I'm better than this. So when I seen a truck in your first year, you can make like $70,000,
Right.
And it took me 5 years just to see 70.
Okay.
I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm getting ready to walk away from this. I started doing my research more. Yes, I had to take a pay cut. Yes, it was more time involved, more hustle. Yes, I did a sacrifice. I had to leave my son with my family, but I had a good support system. So
Okay.
It was like one of those things was like, we got to suck it up. Yes, my family thought I lost my damn mind that I decided to go for being a trucker. You say
Right.
a trucker is like, ugh. I mean, you work in corporate America. Why would you become a trucker?
Right.
But I had a bigger vision. And
Okay.
I feel like when God gives you something as a vision, that's for you. And it's not for everybody understand that process
Right. Right.
of where he's trying to take you.
But all right, so when you say trucking, the first thing in my mind, and not just my mind, but the average person's mind, when you say trucking, that's the first that I think about an old white dude with a big belly, right? Dude with a big beard, wearing overalls. That's in trucking. That's the first thing I think about.
Right.
So when I see a woman, watch this, not just a woman, but a black woman in trucking, she was like, what you mean? She's in HR in trucking, or she actually in trucking? Like she
Right.
drives
Driving the truck.
Like, that's something rare. I know it happens,
Right.
but it's rare.
Yeah, it is. But, at that time, though, I started getting on YouTube researching, and
Okay.
there was other women that was out here doing the same thing that I wanted to do.
Okay.
So when I seen that actually gave me even the more courage to be like, if they doing, I can do it too.
Okay.
That's what happened.
Okay, so first, all right.
Let me sip me some drink.
Go ahead, baby. So very first process, the very first thing you did when I know you said you was doing your research. You went in, you saw YouTube, you read some comments on some stuff. What is the very first thing that you did?
When, as far as like jumping into trucking?
Yes.
I started contacting recruiters, and what I wanted to do, I needed to get my CDL.
Okay. Okay.
So, I wanted to, because I remember like building, because I helped consult major billion-dollar companies, in the oil field. And what I've learned is that when I hear the stories of the CEOs, and they usually are the ones that help build, and they started from the bottom. Right. So I said, okay, I had some money in my 401k, had a little bread in my savings and everything. But I said, you know what? If I really want to know this business, I'm going to start from the bottom, because I need to be able to be relatable to everybody as a CEO. So I started researching places to get my CDL. And then I knew I needed the training. So I started researching, and I end up at Lone Star. Lone Star had a recruiting partnership with Stevens Transport.
Lone Star College.
Yes, Lone Star College.
All right.
And what's so crazy is that it's some the professors, not professors, the teachers, the trainers are still there,
Right.
and they'll they play my YouTube videos. They really like, I have the recruiters call me on FaceTime,
Supportive.
and the class go crazy when they see me. They like, Jay Rich, oh my God. And it's like, when I'm in the truck or wherever I'm at, just like I was in the nail shop recently, and the lady just like, her eyes started watering. She said, I can't believe I'm meeting you. I've been watching you and stuff. And that's when I started getting that, of course, I've been 4 years building my brand, building my platform, building me, period.
Right.
I always been authentic. I always been real. I never want to sugarcoat nobody, because I felt that if somebody take the same footsteps that I did, I want them to understand the sacrifice and the hard work that I did to get here.
Right.
So I started off, and I got real popular because I started YouTubing once I went to the oil field. I joined Stevens Transport company because they had an oil field division. And I'm like, oh, the oil field Texas division, they allowed me to be home with my son. I knew 6 months that I was going to be sacrificing, on the road. So within 6 months, I did over the road, 48 states.
So what you did? You did 18-wheeler or what?
18-wheeler by myself. I never teamed. I did have to go to training for 6 weeks.
Okay.
And I had a trainer. I was blessed because it's horror stories when it comes down to training. But the whole thing, I prayed about it each time. I still have a good relationship with some of the guys that I started off, and I was the only female in that class that graduated. I was the last one to understand how to shift them gears.
Right.
I had a headache every day. I was traveling all the way from the north side, from 45 Spring, all the way to the south side to get my baby on a day-to-day basis. And it was a sacrifice, but I was so hungry for it, and I just felt that God had my back. So it's like, okay, it's going to add up. And it did.
Right. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Right.
So, look, going into that, because I'm just visualizing it.
Right.
So, you in that truck.
Yes.
That very first time driving that truck.
Man, I could tell you about it. Oh, Lord. I was leaving Mesquite, Texas, which is right there by Dallas. And my first load, I remember my best friend, I said, girl, I'm nervous. You got to fly up here. And, I got up my first load coming down to Houston.
Okay.
So she ended up flying up there and roll with me or whatever.
Okay.
And I remember her being in the seat I'm driving. She said, girl, you know what you're doing? I said, yeah, I did the training.
Right.
And
she just don't know.
I was nervous, but, I was always a cautious driver. And I remember that's what my trainers were saying, like, man, you're going to be a real good driver, because I always looked out my windows. I never got, lazy out there, you know what I'm saying, or too comfortable. You can't be comfortable around that
not with
wheel.
that load on there.
Yeah, not with that load, not with that truck, period. It could be unloaded. You still got that 53-foot trailer behind your back. And it's important that, hey, there's other lives around you. So
Absolutely.
I remember my trainer always said, drive as if your family is in front of you.
Right.
And I kept the same. And 4 years later, no tickets, no violations, nothing.
That's good.
Yeah.
So, look. All right. So, now, you're trucking.
Yeah.
And now let's back up a little bit.
Okay.
Why trucking? I know you was in the oil field, but why did you decide to go to trucking? You could have went any other way. You could have went in being a broker.
Okay. Okay. So I chose the trucking part because I didn't know nothing about the brokerage and all that other stuff, right?
Okay.
But still in all, you can broker, you can dispatch all you want to. If you don't know the industry, if you don't know trucking, you're going to forever get lost.
Okay.
You're going to always have to be a dependent and not an independent on your own company because you don't know this game.
So what does that mean? No trucking. What you mean by that?
No trucking means know the industry, knows the in and out. Know what happens on this road, what happens at the shipper, understand the relationships and the bonds and things that you got to understand the mindset of a driver. At the end of the day, all it comes down is to a driver-driven industry. And I think a lot of people get the game twisted because they get caught up in the money and they get caught up in everything else.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, baby, your freight can still sit there.
But it's about, all right, so now in saying that, isn't it the ultimate, now I understand what you're saying. You're talking purpose. I understand if it's not desire.
It's not purpose, it's principle.
Right. But ultimately, at the end of the day, you're doing it for a paycheck. Not saying you, but I'm saying most people out there doing it for a paycheck.
I mean, you have to feed yourself. You got to feed your family.
Absolutely.
Right.
So it's basically about a paycheck. And now if they're paying me or whomever $4,000 to $10,000 a week.
It's more than a paycheck. Once you got that driver blood, once you got that in your blood,
okay,
it's in your system.
Okay.
It's something that you can't shake. So I have a whole corporate building on the north side.
Okay.
I still get in the truck because it's just in me to do it.
Really?
It's the hustle. I love it.
So you
I just recently did a load. I love it.
Why?
It's in my blood. I love it.
But why?
I love it. It's just something you do. That's just like if you love a woman, right?
Yeah.
You don't care what she put you through at the end of the day.
Hey,
you already said, yeah, you already agreed. So go along with the flow now.
I got you.
Go along with the flow. You don't care
Correct.
what she do
Correct.
or what happens. You love her.
Yeah.
That's just how I feel about this trucking industry. No matter what ups and downs, what foolishness might happen, when I'm in that truck, I feel it. It gives me a peace.
So
It give me a type of vibe. I love that. No matter how much of a CEO. And I'm in a position. I have clients that I actually set up their companies. I help them grow and scale. I have a whole bunch of clients. Oh yeah. I'm a big deal out here.
So that's why I got you on the show.
Big J Rich. Hey, they little J Rich, big J Rich, baby.
We got money in the building. We got money.
Hey.
So basically, you're saying your passion. This is your passion, not just
This is my
driving,
passion.
but this is something that you love. You would do this without even getting paid.
wait a minute now. Come on now.
They say
it gotta
passing
make
this.
sense.
Okay,
It gotta make sense
I got
now.
you. Okay.
But, if I'm in that truck, of course, it don't make sense for me to just be putting fuel in there and I'm not making money.
Right.
But I don't have to be in the truck no more. I
Okay.
choose to be in the truck when I want to get in the truck.
Cool. Okay. So let me ask you this: as a woman, as a black woman,
Mm-hmm.
on that road, I know you run into a lot of crazy stuff.
Let me tell you something. Honestly, I don't know. It's because of my demeanor, because the type of clothes I wore.
Okay.
Like, I was really like, you could tell I'm a woman. You could tell I still, what I'm saying, took care of myself, hair, and all that good stuff. But at the same time, like, I did not want that attention on me.
you.
You feel me? So when I was out there, I had to think wise. It's like, I got to protect myself. Have the proper, clothing on. Of course, the game done changed now. These women, they booty shorts and all. But hey, that's how they feel that day,
Right,
know. But, me, it's like, and I think because I was I'm a big woman at the same time. And then I had that demeanor,
Okay.
I wasn't friendly. I wasn't all in everybody's face. Every time you compliment me, oh, you beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Right.
That's it. Not keep it moving.
How tall are you? About 6
I'm
foot,
5'10".
right? You 5'10".
Yeah.
And then you probably could fight because you're from the north side. So
Man,
that's
look,
probably
I hit hard.
That's
You
why they
feel
ain't
me?
pay for them. That's why they ain't
I'm
pay
a hard
you.
hitter.
That's what it is.
I'm a hard hitter. So, but no, I mean, of course you deal with foolishness when it comes down to some things, but just me being harassed or anything, I never really experienced. Oh, well, it was this one particular time. I was in the oil field and I was going down 290, and I guess the guy had been following me. And, I looked and I put my signal on.
What you mean?
My signal.
A car or another truck?
It was a truck. No. It was like a pickup truck.
Okay.
And I seen the guy doing some, jacking a little stuff up. I'm like, whoa, okay.
Oh, wow.
And I wasn't supposed to do what I did, but I had to do what I did.
Oh, my goodness.
And so I started putting my signal on just slightly, start going in
we
his
don't-
lane.
no.
And then he had to speed up. I'm just being real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you see that crazy stuff all the time. That's why I was saying, like, for instance, like at a truck stop.
Right.
Most truck stops are, even though they have male and female, but most truck stops, most men are there. And if they have a woman there, most time is what? Prostitutes.
I mean, they call them lot lizards.
Oh, okay.
That's what they call them. We don't call them prostitutes. They call them lot lizards in the
Lot
trucking.
lizard.
Lot
That's
lizard.
a new name.
No, that's an old name. In
I didn't know
trucking.
that. Lot
It's called
lizard?
lot lizards.
Oh, my
like, seriously, we
goodness.
don't call them prostitutes. They lot lizards.
I was going to go out tonight
But-
and say, look at them lot lizards over there.
Ah, man, listen, you might get hurt, man. If a woman know what a lot lizard is, you're going to get hurt up in there. But, yeah, so, okay, what I protect myself. I'm still a woman, but I'm not going to be sitting up here like I'm not untouchable.
Correct.
You feel me? So, depending on when I shut down, if it's at nighttime, I'm shutting down, I'm pulling curtains back, I'm sitting low in my seat, I put a cap on when I'm rolling in, back of my truck, I park, I put the doors, I put the seatbelt in my doors and lock them up in my seatbelt.
Okay.
I had my bat. I had a knife. I had all kind of stuff.
Right.
So and I had a bell on my doors. I had
So
like a
somebody
little
open
thing.
it, yeah.
I can hear. I'm alert because I didn't want no dog up in there.
Right.
So yeah, and some women have dogs in there too.
But y'all can
There's
travel
nothing
with
wrong with
guns, right?
that. Huh?
Y'all can travel with guns,
Okay,
right?
so the deal with that, depending on, like, if you cross certain state lines, like
yeah.
you go to Illinois,
New York.
exactly.
Yeah,
you
that's
get
right.
caught with that. That's an instant felony. They're gonna
That's
lock
right.
you up.
That's right.
So I didn't really want to roll the dice and risk that and everything. Now in Texas,
It's,
might not wanna-
it's open carry in
listen,
Texas.
you might not want to come from my truck with any kind of foolishness.
Right. So let me ask you this. I know we were speaking about you investing in self. Where did that motto come from? Like, what did you learn that from as far as investing in self? Because most entrepreneurs, they don't learn that until later on when they get into the business.
Right.
Right? Where did you learn that?
Investing in self really started with my mental and knowing what I wanted out of life. I removed the money, the how much I can make or what all this. Like, it was more of a mental invest in myself, and I had to ask. First of all, what did I want about it, being an entrepreneur or a business owner?
Okay.
Of course, from a financial standpoint, I want to be able to not have any cap on my money, but I wanted freedom.
Correct. Financial freedom.
No, freedom.
Oh, far as making your own
Period.
schedule.
Freedom as far as I work 2 months, work 2 weeks, and I'm out for 2 weeks.
I got you.
I'm good.
I got you.
And no stress, no hassle, nothing like
You're
that.
at home, yeah.
Right. And I think I got that because working in corporate, after you see people that have been working a job for 25, 30, 45 years plus. Like right now, I just had a client and he's been working for Coca-Cola for 20 years and he's about to turn 60. And he was telling me, he was like, Jay, I done kept out. There's no more for me.
Right.
You know, so he's in the process. Well, he already got his truck, and I'm getting ready to help him get on the road and go ahead. So, yeah. And also, I mean, if you do it right, if you know what you're doing, if you hire a coach like myself, you know, you averaging $200,000 to $250,000 a year.
Starting off.
As an entrepreneur in one truck.
So, all right. So, let's get into that. I want to get into that because I know a lot of guys, just by having random conversations, some guys been in the business for a long period of time. And some guys, like you said, doing it for money. So they purchase all this equipment, right? They start hauling some things, but they're not realizing what it comes with. They're not realizing
the overhead. They're not realizing that you buying equipment, but you don't have the team.
Okay. And what is a team? What you mean?
So what I mean by that is, when I do any type of hiring, when I consult with my clients and they're ready to, buy a truck and they want a driver, and I say, listen, it's more than just finding a driver. It's more so you building a bond, a relationship for growth.
Okay.
And I took that from corporate America. You know, they kept feeding. Oh yeah, you're gonna have room for, growth. You know, as the company expand, we're gonna move you into this position. And I remember that. But they never wanted me to be in the position where I'm at the same level as them.
Okay.
So I felt like there's a lot of guys that get into driving. Of course, their ultimate goal after, they're a driver, they want to get their own truck.
Correct.
Right?
Right.
So I feel like what's the best person to put as a leader in their role to help them get there? Mm-hmm. Now, of course, not everybody's going to start off under their own operations.
Right.
So sometimes the guys might need to get the truck and basically shadow you with their own truck and lease up under you or whatever, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But yet they still with you.
Correct.
Right. So I feel like I didn't want to be just the boss. I wanted to be a leader to make other bosses.
Because what you're doing, basically, you're a teacher. You're a trainer,
I'm a coach,
teacher.
Right.
And you want them to succeed. Because the thing is, like, if you're a good coach, they're going to bring other clients to you anyway.
Right, exactly.
It's like a natural thing.
Exactly. So there's no type of intimidation.
Right.
I don't have to hide information from somebody that I truly want to see win.
Right.
And that's why I have so much respect from the game and from other people.
Okay.
Even OGs that been out here, they respect me to the utmost.
Oh, that's dope.
Because they see what I do. They see my purpose. They see my vision. They see what I'm doing.
Okay. So now let's talk about this. For the people that's in trucking or the people that don't even know about trucking, the process of an actual load getting picked up, getting dropped off, and getting another load.
Right.
So it's a broker. You need a broker.
Okay, so it depends. It depends on what is your network and your connections. Some people don't have brokers. Some people just have a direct shipper.
Okay.
It all depends on what exactly what's your situation. Everybody's situation is different.
Right.
But I mean,
I'm talking about for average. The average person that gets into this business.
Right. The average person, of course, you are you talking about like the day-to-day operations of how it ran?
Yes. So if I say, for instance, if I had a truck and I was going to, say I'm picking up in Houston, I'm going to New Orleans, right? I drop off in New Orleans, but I'm looking for another load closer to New Orleans so I could bring it back to Houston or
right.
in the area of Houston. So you need somebody to dispatch that, correct?
If you don't know how to dispatch yourself, then yeah, you get someone, and that's my company.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have J Rich Global.
All right.
I actually just started recruitment.
And what is it?
Agency.
And what is J Rich Global? What is that?
J Rich Global Trucking. That's
it. Strictly trucking.
That's my business. And I got other tiers. I got other companies that falls under that.
And what are those other companies? And what do they?
So that's just my trucking company. Period.
So that's just trucking.
Yeah, that's my company.
That's for
now,
you.
As far as like what I do, as far as the people. I have my Road to Riches Trucking Academy.
Okay.
That's for free. That's free game. I do free like webinars and everything.
Free?
Yeah, it's free.
Free?
Yeah, like you can sign up, and I was doing the master classes on
free?
Sunday for free.
You could charge these people $2,500 a pop.
Well, listen, this the deal, though. This the deal.
Right.
I remember a time where I was always looking for research, and I just could not find. You hear different things from different people. I decided that I didn't have money or I couldn't afford at the time to pay for a coach or pay for
Right.
that. So of course there's some free game that I do give out that I don't mind giving out.
Okay.
But from that, of course, you get paying clients, and I have my paying clients who's my, who I consult, and actually I'm their coach as well. So I dispatch their trucks, which is, I got drive and go logistics,
Okay.
and I dispatch their trucks and everything. They trust me because I've been a driver. I am a driver,
Right.
So what's the best person to have to dispatch your trucks?
So you said free game. That's the term you gave, free, right?
Free game.
Free.
Right.
Give us some free game. Quick free game.
Free game as far as getting into the industry.
Yes.
Oh, you throwing like a
Hey.
lot. Like it's so much. I would say this: if you are looking to get into trucking, I would say that you need to be connected to somebody that knows the industry, that bends into the industry. The best person to actually get that type of game from is a driver.
Okay.
Point blank, period.
Somebody that's been doing it.
Right. I would also tell you, do not purchase no equipment. The easy thing is getting the truck. The hardest thing is managing the truck and knowing exactly what you're doing. So I would tell you to step back and get you some research, see exactly how you're going to run that truck before you purchase it.
Okay.
Right.
What you mean by running that truck? Like, where you going to go? Where you going to
Yeah,
haul?
like exactly what you hauling,
Mhm.
what type of freight, what connections can you have, brokers, who's willing to work with you and all that good stuff. Do you want an authority? Do you not want an authority?
So,
There's
yeah.
all kind of things, your DOTMC number and stuff like that for those people that don't know. That's authority.
So,
But
I want to ask you, keep going, because I was going to go to that next.
okay.
Authority, MC, DOT, and all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
Because a lot of people I have conversations with, they quitting their jobs and they going into trucking.
Absolutely.
Like just random
Do you
conversations.
know how
I
many
have.
people that Lord, just within the past 3 months, I've consult and coach 37 people.
And these people's paying. These paying.
Oh,
people.
these my paying clients. Yeah, these
Okay.
are my clients.
Okay,
Right.
but I'm saying all of them getting benefited from it.
Every last person.
Really?
Yes.
Oh wow.
I don't sell. See, you go on my Instagram, I don't even sell or market that.
Right.
Everything been word of mouth.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So I don't even say, because it's like, okay, wait a minute. So at first I just was doing something. The guy was like, listen, can you help me with this? I'm like, okay, for my time, it's going to be this and that. So now I'm actually implementing systems in place, because now it's really like, it's big. It's major.
Do you watch? I don't know. Do you got a YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
So they got this guy. I forget his name, but he's affiliated with these guys. Earn Your Leisure. You know what I'm talking about? She's smiling. But anyway, this brother, you might know him, but this brother, he started the same thing you're doing, and he's probably grossing 1.5, probably netting probably 800 a year just by doing what you're doing. But we're gonna talk about that off camera, boy, as far as getting this thing monetized. But
Oh no, I'm listening. I'm right here like listen.
because the reason I said that, because I was listening to him one day, and how he started off. He said he started off.
You know what my daddy taught me?
What is that?
Believe nothing what you see and half of what
Oh, okay.
believe nothing what you hear and half of what you see.
Yeah, it's like the news.
So, like I said, you need to get with somebody personally that you have actually seen do the work.
I got you.
That actually have some type of timeline that you can follow, that if you're going to invest your money in anybody, because trucking right now, either you're going to be the sheep or the wolf.
Absolutely. That's anything in life.
Yeah. That's life. That's business.
Because look,
Everybody now is relying on other people's information.
right.
You getting skipped ahead of the line. If it was a me 4 years ago, I would have made that investment.
Okay.
You are, you're not making my same mistakes. You getting my connections, my network, and everything.
That's what it is. Connections.
It's connections. And
Where
like
to
I
go,
always say,
where
baby,
not
your
to go,
connections will put you in rooms that money cannot buy at the end of the day.
That is so true.
Yeah.
That is so true. So, Jay,
Yes, sir.
let me ask you this. The academy, if I was enrolled into the academy, right, what am I looking to get?
So, first of all, you enrolled. Basically, I was doing and I kind of fell back a little bit about a month because I was trying to get caught up with my clients and everything.
Okay.
But I would do just free master classes. You know, actually, I'm thinking about doing one before I take my vacation. On people was like, you know, should I do one on just, you know, how to find balance in business? I feel that people get so caught in hustle and all that stuff. So honestly, you just get the truth behind things with me.
Okay.
You know, I have people that really depending on me to change their livelihood when it comes down to setting them from freeing them from their 9 to 5 and create more wealth within their family. I don't play with that.
Right.
You know, so I'm one of those special ones in the industry that, you know, money's not everything to me, honestly.
Okay.
You know, I had a real humbling raising. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by that, like, my family poor and broke. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so when you had that kind of raising, like, you know, it's certain things that you just can't. You got two type of people that will take that and be like, oh man, I got some money. I'm acting like this. You know, I'm the type where it's like, yo, you wouldn't know nothing. You know, I drive my pickup truck. I'm happy with that. I stay in a nice little neighborhood. You know, I'm cool. I'm chill. You know, I can walk in any room. I don't have to worry about watching my back. I have a lot of respect out here.
So let me ask you this before we get out of here, because you said that, and a lot of people that that I guess I can say make it, but they become, you know, the person in their family with the money or with the access.
Oh yeah, I was a black sheep for the long time when I got into trucking.
So now you have access and you have money, and you're the one that, you know, everybody is coming to.
I don't deal with my family.
Is that because of the situation for us everybody being?
No, I don't deal with them because of they change.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I lost friends within this past year. Family members. I have family members that they just stopped talking to me just
because you become successful.
Yeah, shit is
that's
real.
crazy how success does you. All right,
right.
That's crazy. If you become successful, everybody around you change.
Right. So I've learned God and taught me how acceptance. God and removed certain people that just wasn't part of the process in my life, and He replaced those with people that are those that, because I find myself smartest one in the room.
Okay, right. You was the big fish in the small.
You feel me? That's a problem.
Yeah, it is absolutely.
That's an issue. I started seeing that people just started coming at me and trying to handle me, and it got away because it's like they still wanted me to know that, oh, you just this.
Right.
You feel me?
You still Jay from the hood.
Right. And there's nothing wrong with that because at the same time, I get like so many hood people that know me. Like I'm always going to be me. Mm-hmm. You feel me? I mean, you go on my page and stuff, I might go off on somebody. I might say, man, you crazy. You da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, my goodness. All right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not particularly talking about somebody. I'm just telling people to just wake up, you know? But that's just me. Like, I'm just me. I love that I'm able to be me on my platform and outside that. What you see on my Instagram, on my YouTube,
that's
on my Facebook is what you're going to get in person. No sugarcoating, none of that.
That's dope.
Yeah. And so, you know, dealing with family and friends, you know, it's just sometimes time just expired. You feel me? Time just expired. Just one of those things where you probably outgrew them or something. Or maybe I find myself that certain things just don't attract me anymore.
Correct.
You feel me? Things that, you know, I used to consider around and I can take nowadays. It's like, nah, I'm good.
Well, you evolved, and the thing is, a lot of people don't evolve at the same time.
They revolve.
Because I was telling somebody this other day. It's like a plant. Yeah. A plant is only doing one or two things. Mm-hmm. Either it's growing or it's not.
I like the butterfly too. Same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah.
If it's not growing,
right,
it's going the other direction.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
And that's just what it is. You know, at the end of the day, I still, you know, I lost the most important person in my life last year when I started my whole company. You know, and I felt that I'm living in purpose.
Right.
That everything I told her that I was going to do, which was my grandmother, I'm doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. Sorry for the loss. Yeah. But I was going to go to that mentors. So I take it your mentor is your grandmother. My
mentor? Okay, so I had two grandmothers. I had one that just hard on me. That's my best friend right now. That's my mom's mom. And then my dad's mom was the one who raised me. I mean, she was the one who used to pick me up from elementary and had the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, you know. And she was the one who we used to wait all day for some fried chicken, you know, and the house was just like a, you know, you go in, you go out. But, yo, we all in the living room watching The Simpsons, you know what I'm saying? I come from the era with the TV. Damn, we missed it.
Right. The antenna, the
foil on the antenna. Like, that's my era, whatever. But, you know, I've learned that just by her, how much rich and loved that she was. And I said, man, I want to be like that.
Okay.
You know, it wasn't, that's why I said, I don't care how much money I might make or how many people might know me. None of that matters if your heart is not pure.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's real. So, Jay, let me ask you this. Where can the people find you if they want to invest? If they want to invest with you, if they want to find you on social media, if they want to attend the academy, because, you know, I'm gonna call you after this anyway, because, you know, I just started my trucking company too anyway, so
right.
I'm already in it, and I'm a paying customer, so it don't matter.
I'm a paying customer.
Right. I need some consulting.
Good check.
I need some help, baby. Look.
Yes.
But where can the people find you?
Y'all can find me on Instagram at Jayrich Trucking. That's JAYRICH Trucking, TRUCKING. Also on Facebook, I have a business page. It's J Rich. I have a personal page. It's just J Rich. You can find me on YouTube. That's JAYRCH Live, or you just put J Rich Trucking. I mean, you can just Google me.
J Rich.
JAYRCH. Yes,
That's
and
dope.
put just trucking behind it, baby. I'm gonna pop up all over the place.
So, I'm a firm believer of, you know, how God, like you said earlier,
Yeah.
God put people in your life at a certain time in your life
Absolutely.
for a certain reason.
Yes.
And I know how to take advantage of it now.
Of course.
Especially if I have the means to do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to take advantage of it. So the people that's watching, hope you guys take advantage of the opportunity, and make sure you guys go to J Rich page on Instagram, YouTube,
Yes,
to her
please.
website, and subscribe to her academy. Guys, this is the Coastal Distinct Podcast. Jay, I appreciate you coming through.
Thank you for inviting me. I really had a nice time. Thank you for this drink. This drink is smooth.
Again, it's water. It's just water, y'all. Look, this is water.
This some strong water, y'all.
So, guys, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you tune in next week. We got another special guest in the show. Jay, appreciate you coming through.
Yes.
Much love, much peace to you guys. Salute. I'll let y'all later.
Bye, y'all.
Peace.